Well, okay, this is almost the final step to the downsizing process. We are on our second trip to the dump, our fifth trip to Goodwill, and yeah, so we're just about done with all of that. We'll talk about downsizing and what it's the process and all of that stuff in our journey. Stay tuned. Hey, so welcome back, and I just wanted to kind of take a few minutes, and we're going to wrap up in this episode. We're going to wrap up our journey of downsizing and moving into the rig to start our full-time journey. And so yeah, here we are. We're in, and we've been in for a week now, and I just wanted to share with you the downsizing, and I apologize that we didn't show a lot of us actually going through that process. But to be honest with you, watching somebody throw away a bunch of crap is just not good video. But what I will tell you, and I've got receipts right here, we took 2 trips to the dump, 1,200 pounds of crap that we threw away at the dump. And that was everything from things that we haven't touched in 30 years. And I guess that's a good time to talk about that process. So, you know, we had stuff from our kids from like 3rd grade that we really don't need, you know, paintings and things like that. So we digitized a bunch of stuff. We took pictures and digitized a bunch of those memory type of things. But essentially what we did was we held something in our hand and we said, does it bring us joy? Does it make us money? And do we need it to live? And if it didn't answer yes to any of those, to the dump it went. Now, not just to the dump, but we ended up taking 5 truckloads to the Goodwill. We donated a bunch of camping gear to a local Boy Scout troop. And of course, our kids, we built boxes of their stuff and took it to their houses, and for them to have and for them to decide whether they wanted that or not. And then after that, it was real easy just to get rid of stuff. So in the 5 days that we've been in the trailer, here's some of the stuff that we've learned and things that we've grown to appreciate. Number one is that we don't need a whole lot of stuff, just stuff. And that was a big eye-opener for us, especially once we got the receipts and saw what our poundage was. I mean, physically we could see how much we had got rid of, but then when we really went back into the house to see how much was gone, we got a deeper appreciation for just how much crap we had and what we don't need, which brings us to number 2. Number 2 is, and again, it's only been 5 days, but enjoying a simpler life. You know, scaling down our space, scaling down the things that we need. I mean, we've reduced literally to 3 pans. One's deep, one's cast iron, and one's a little egg pan, and a nesting pot set, 1 saucepan, and the rest of it we really don't need. And you know, we've got enough forks, knives, spoons, and plates and whatnot that we can have people over. But really, when we break it down in the day to day, it's just Teresa and I. And so we don't need a whole lot of stuff for the kitchen. We don't need a whole lot of stuff in the, our medicine cabinet went down to our bare essentials, our daily vitamins, pills that Teresa takes, toothpaste, toothbrush, and washing stuff. Whereas before we had a medicine cabinet and we went through that and cleaned it out. We had stuff in there that had expired like 4 years ago. Now that's a lick on us, but either way, using the 1 in, 1 out principle, using the, if we haven't touched it in 6 month principle, using all of those to kind of shape the way that we're living right now in this smaller footprint. What we've learned over the last 5 days is love it. I absolutely love this simpler way of living, and I look forward to staying with that and then adding the travel components to that. We were pretty good about turning off lights and all that stuff in the house, but we really don't need a whole lot out here. And our Montana has a really cool interior light setup. So we'll run that and not run, the big lights and stuff that's on right now, so that I have, decent lighting for the video. And again, we've really discovered what it is that we use in life. We use the living room so we can watch, our YouTube videos and the people that we follow, a couple TV shows that we like. We use the kitchen, the table, and the bedroom, and that's it. But scaling down, tools, scaling down, we discovered that we don't need 50 towels. I think we have 8. And so we could rotate and do laundry and all that stuff. Anyway, our purging and our downsizing has all led us to, number 1, we know what we need. Number 2, we like the simpler, scaled down life. And number 3, we look forward to adding the travel component to that. And, that's it. That is phase 1. And now we're full-time. And, after a week, I mean, I know that's not a really good benchmark, but after a week, we're really loving it. And I think it's going to turn the tide for our channel, adding that full-time component to it. And then, we hit the road Friday. We're going to head out. And then, again, big plans for next summer. And again, there's people that, were commenting about, that you're living full-time, but you're not really full-time RVing. Yes, we are. We're living in an RV. We're going to be going out 2-3 times a month. We are home basing here, more or less mooch stocking. Let's face it, most full-timers stay in a place for more than a week, and then they move to the next location. So it's kind of an apples and oranges thing when we're comparing that. We've completely embraced this. We love it, and we look forward to taking you with us. The other comment that we got was our last couple of videos about full-timing was more of us justifying why we're doing this. And yeah, to a certain degree, you're right. I hope nobody got the wrong idea that we were second guessing, because we've never second guessed. But what we've learned is that talking through things kind of leads us down the road, and make sure that we're crossing all of our T's and dotting all of our I's, and making sure that we're going through the process and doing it the right way. Anyway, hopefully you've all got something out of our downsizing, our purging, and hopefully you stick with us through the next part of our journey. We're still continuing our newbie series, and I know timing is everything. We're hoping those are evergreen videos. So stay tuned for that. We got another one coming up on Sunday about safety aspects of your rig. And with that, we'll go ahead and close out this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for coming.